You need money to buy real estate. You don't necessarily need your money, but you do need something of value to trade for an asset. Hey everyone, I'm Michael Spano, real estate agent and business enthusiast, and today I'm going to share with you the insider on pre-construction condo deposits, okay? So how they work, why they are the way they are, what to look at and what not to look at, and then also how you can make them work in your favor. I have a lot of people, or I've heard and talked with a lot of people who ask for 5% down deposits on condos, or 10% down, okay? Guys, I've been doing this for a long time and I've sold a lot of condos. I can't tell you one specific time where I found a development that's 5% down with no strings attached, or 10% down without a catch. And I'm gonna explain that. So an example of one would be 5% down, but the development closes in 6 months. So yeah, you could put 5% down and you're getting these emails and you're seeing these advertisements, 5% down, buy now. But it's 5%, and in 6 months you got to pay another 15%, which is still 20%. So by the way, the industry standard is 20%. It's a 20% deposit, okay? By occupancy, it's usually 20%. I'm not going to say always, because are those few in between, but for the majority, and we could probably say always, it's 20%. Another example of 5 or 10% down would be 10% down or 5% down, and it's only on expensive units. So it would be 2 bedrooms or 2-bedroom penthouses and higher, somewhere around $700,000 and up. So that prices a lot of you out of the game. You're buying with 20% down, okay? Every other thing that you hear, any other 5% or 10%, there's a catch to it. Now, that may work for you, but that's what it is. If you put 5% down today, and in 3 years you owe 15% plus closing costs. And if you want to learn, guys, if you want to learn more about closing costs, please watch this video right here. It's everything about closing costs. As a matter of fact, I've included an actual statement of adjustment on a recent condo that we just closed on, which will give you the exact cost. So watch this video here on closing costs. But to get back to 5%, and then you have 15% at close plus closing costs, you're gonna need a chunk of change at the end. So you're kind of, you could be setting yourself up for failure unless you got a lot of cash coming in 3 years. So that being said, we're going to focus on standard industry practice right now, and we're going to keep it at 20%, okay? So you go into the office and you go with your agent and you're going to buy this pre-construction development, and you get in there and you decided on the model you want, the price you want, and you're going to sign, okay? And how signing works is you're going to, with the contract signing, you are going to have to leave an amount of money, okay? So to make a contract binding, there has to be an exchange of something. So money, the check. Now, in pre-construction non-freehold developments, so pre-construction condos, you have a 10-day conditional period. And this 10-day period is for your benefit. It is so that you can review the contract, you can, weigh your finances, and have the option to get your $5,000 deposit back and not take the property. Now, they won't call you to see if you want to take it. You've signed the contract, you've given that deposit. 10 days pass, they're going to ask for the rest of the deposits, okay? Now, first deposit, $5,000 or $10,000. That's the standard on signing, okay? So you write a check, you're gonna be there, $5,000 or $10,000 to the developer or the agent or the law firm in trust. Then, after that 10-day conditional period, they're gonna want the rest of the checks. And the rest is gonna be 5% of the purchase price within 30 days. Minus that $5,000. So that first 5% payment is 2 payments. It's $5,000 plus the difference within 30 days, okay? So 5% within 30 days. The next 5% is due within 90 days. Okay, not 90 days from the 30 days. 90 days from the date of signing of the purchase price. And then we have 2.5% due in 120 days, again from date of signing, and another 2.5% in 180 days from the date of signing. Now guys, keep in mind, I'm giving you 30, 60, 120, 180. These can be slightly different. The 30 days is always pretty much the same. It's 5% within 30 days. Now, the numbers I've just given you total up to 15%. You're wondering where's the rest of the 5%? Well, that extra 5%, or the remainder of 20%, which is 5%, is due at occupancy. Now, occupancy is not necessarily closing. Now, if you want to learn more about occupancy or interim occupancy, watch this video right here. It's a video where I go into fully about interim occupancy, and that'll tell you what you need to know about that. So, guys, from the date you signed to the occupancy date, it's 20%. That's how it works, okay? So everyone, working together with my clients and with the sales teams and being involved in so many transactions and dealing with the developers a lot and building familiarity and relationships with them, I've been able to help my clients negotiate terms and often help keep them safe during that process, during that time where they're going through the deposits. For example, some of my clients have 10%, but they don't have on hand 15 or 20%. But they're confident in their financial account that they can come up with the money along the way. Now, sometimes it happens that they can't make that 2.5% 120 days deadline. They need another 15, 20, 30, maybe 2 more months. Well, there have been many times where we can help them accommodate that. So, there's that. There's also times where I've negotiated more flexible payments where instead of in 90 days you owe 5%, we can break it up monthly. We can break up the entire 15% over a certain amount of period, monthly payments. They're willing to work with that. Sometimes they have a charge for that because, depositing checks may be a little bit more work for the legal department, but most often than not, we can get it done. Now, it's never a guarantee, but through the relationships and through common practice with them, they can accommodate, and they want to accommodate, So that being said, breaking up the payments more frequently, expanding it further, and sometimes we've been able to negotiate where we can push that 10%, half of the 20% over to the end at occupancy. So instead of 5% at occupancy, you'd have 10%. You still have to pay it at occupancy, but it helps, lighten the load over that 180 days. Now, keep in mind, guys, a builder needs or may require 10%. We've seen that a lot in the industry, okay? This 10% threshold. They need the 10%. Now, they often need it because their financing won't kick in unless they have 10%. Now, this 10% that you put down, or this 20%, is held in trust. The builder is not using this money to build. They are holding this money in trust. And then that is like a guarantee to the bank that, hey, you have some tangible money and buyers who have paid into it for you to build. So, hey, we're going to lend you the money to build now. Not all builders have the hundreds of millions it takes or tens of millions on hand to build. So, they require a minimum threshold. And what I've learned is that 10% is that threshold. The builder needs that 10%. And they pretty much need it sooner rather than later. Now, maybe not so much in 90 days, but, within 6 months, they need that, okay? And they want it. So we have to accommodate it. Working with an experienced salesperson who deals with pre-construction condos, or even if you have a connection direct with the builder, yeah, they're great too. But the salespeople, guys like myself who do this, who sell, have great relationships, with some builders. And for the builders that we do have the relationships with, they're willing to work with us. And I'm willing to work with my clients to make sure A, they get what they need, and B, they stay safe. Guys, I'm gonna say this for the most part. Nobody's out to get you. The builder is not out to steal your money, okay? They wanna sell the property. The builders that I've been working with are awesome and sincere. They're cutthroat in their business, and they should be. They're dealing with tens of millions of dollars in business and risk. But they're willing to work with you. They don't want to, hurt the little guy. They want to help. And if we present it properly, they're willing to help. So ask, find out how you can find out and ask how a builder can help you, or how an agent can help you, accommodate you after signing. Not just sign the deal and walk away, but after the signing process, you should have support, and dealing with someone who you trust and has those affiliations will support you. So guys, that's that. And then regarding the closing costs, interim occupancy, I have these 2 videos here that are great for that. So make sure you watch those. And I really hope you enjoyed these videos. If you have something that you'd like me to elaborate on, put it in the comment section below, or direct message me, and I'll be sure to try to get to it in one of my next videos. Thanks again, guys, and have a great day.